Alright, so this is me FL Studio tutorial. And excuse me for my voice. I just woke up. So anyways, once you finish your edit, you want to go ahead and render it, but you want to render it in MP3 format only, so that you can just export the audio bit. So I'm just gonna do that in the video real quick, just to clear up any misconceptions. I have a friend's edit here, and just press export, render queue, and go ahead and click this, set this to MP3, and then you can just go ahead and render it. Okay, and then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and close After Effects. Should open up FL Studio here. So my FL Studio, this is my setup that I've got going on here. Obviously it doesn't really matter, it's just up to you. But the first thing that you need to do is go to File. I mean, not File. So where you go to Options, that's what it is. You know, Options, go to File Settings, and right here, you want to click on this little folder button, and here is when where you will select where the folder where your SFX are, and then after that, you can just exit out. So obviously I selected mine already, and once you do that, it should be on the side here. Like for me, it's right here. Okay. Then after you do that, you want to go ahead and press add, and you want to press the Fruity video player and just snap it onto the side here. It doesn't really matter where you put it, but this is just personal preference. I like mine right here. And then you want to press this little file button and go to your edit, like the full edit. And it's gonna be right here. And you want to go ahead and just mute the edit. By the way, to save a file in FL Studio, it's the same in A, which is just Control S. So I'm spamming Control S while I'm doing this. Okay, and then right here, I'm just gonna, this is just how I'm gonna be organizing. This just makes it look a lot cleaner. You obviously don't have to do this. So if you don't care about organizing, you can go ahead and just skip this part of the video. Alright, so I'm gonna rename this to Song. And then I'm gonna rename this to Bushes. And I'm gonna go on from there. Alright, so now we're going to make sure the MP3 that you rendered is in where the folder that you imported into FL Studio earlier, or else you can't import it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay. And then now I can search it up on the bottom here. Take a second for it to actually get in there. So just, yeah, here we go. Okay, so now that I have my audio here, and it doesn't really matter how there's a bunch of empty space over here. You can just ignore it. Also, you want to click this until it says MSCS. That just means you're gonna switch the FL thing from beats to seconds, since you are doing SFX from a video and not official like producing. Okay, So, and then you do want to click this magnet and press step. This is just to get the most accurate uh, playhead movement. It still won't be as accurate as if you were doing your SFX like in After Effects. It wouldn't be like super, super precise, but it's not really too big of a deal. It still gets pretty accurate or relatively accurate to where it sounds okay. Okay, so the next shortcut we're gonna learn here is just Alt plus T. That just adds markers to the timeline. So I'm gonna add a marker on the first thing here, which is right here. Just press Alt T, and it's gonna make you name the marker. I'm just gonna name it 1, and from there I'm just gonna do 2, 3, 4, 5, blah blah blah. All right, so I just finished doing all the beats and obviously cut that out of the video. All right, so after you finish that, you can just drag your SFX in from your folder. So if I search up whatever you want, right? I search up whoosh, I got all this crap. I can just plop it in. Um, and from here on, I'm just gonna literally do my SFX. So this can, I guess, count as watch me do SFX and learn FL Studio. Um, but if you just watch like, I don't know, the first 5 minutes, you'll probably get the gist of it, and then you don't have to watch the rest. But that's totally up to you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. Um, it's just all right. Controls plus scroll. It does this. So yeah, just gonna do that. Just a little bit. All right. So this is a bit freaking loud. So I'm actually just gonna turn this down to 6. Yeah. I'm just gonna do a wish for this, but it needs to be like impactful since it's the first frame. So I'm just going to go to my main wish. Use this. You can just cut out like the dead audio. There's no audio. Alright, so this little circle thing here, if you drag this up or down, it'll control the volume of your SFX. Then this little thing, if you drag this, it'll send like a little fade out. And which you can adjust this a little bit, you know, but that'll send a fade out. So same thing on the other side, that's a fade in. And this is just gonna be how you're controlling your specs. Um, I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but it's obviously there are ways to change, you know, like bass, blah blah blah. But for that, you would have to use the mixer. And I myself have not properly learned how to use the mixer. Okay, so but I can change the pitch. So that is what I normally end up doing, or just change into a different SFX. So let's get started. I don't really like that. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm just gonna do like a normal whoosh. Turn this up. And I'm gonna get some sort of other more unique sound to just make the intro pop a little more. So for that, I'm gonna go ahead and search up organic. I don't really like that. All right, yeah, scrap the organic. And this is when I'm gonna pull up with the I think I can use it here. And let me add a little bit more organic. It's not loud enough, so you can barely hear it. All right, perfect. Now we're gonna do a fast whoosh. Or fast, because this movement is super fast. I don't like any of that. And I'm gonna add electric sounds to match the ice streak. The lightning instead.
Lightning blade.
Jesus. Alright, I'm not seeing anything nice, so let me yeah. That's it. This is way too aggressive for what I'm trying to do. I actually just want that electrical buildup, and I think I can completely quiet out the rest. I'm gonna put this down here because this I consider this ambience. I'm actually gonna start it from here. And then this little tool right here, you can use this to cut. There you go. And then right click this to delete it. There you go. And fade out the ambience. Just turn it down. Turn it up. Push up the riser. Put risers. Like even lower. Oh, this is a mask break, so let me actually go ahead and add some we go to match the mask breaking. And then I'm gonna go back to doing the shits. I haven't hear it. In this distortion, let's get a high-pitched whoosh going on, and to do that, I'm just going to search up magic. Oh, that is so offbeat. It's like bothering me. Yeah, this is so offbeat. Oh my god. You can use really random SFX, guys. Yeah, I fuck with that. Yeah, I fuck with this. That's all I need for that. So, what I did just to copy that just now, I just clicked on it and then clicked somewhere else. Copies it. I want to use this one again, so. Yeah, I see like a boring beat like this. You don't really need much besides like a couple wishes. This one it looks like a dissolve in. So I am gonna put a very long whoosh first of all. What's your I used ambience and turned it into um my quote unquote whoosh by using the fade outs and fade ins and stuff. Right, so use effects whoosh. If you hold control and drag, you can multi-select. I'm just gonna move these down. This is a riser, so I'm just gonna drag it down like I have been with the rest of my risers. Alright. I am gonna continue this another time. Yeah. There's just be a cut in the video.